Your weather.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. A winter storm warning in effect 7 p.m. this evening to 1 p.m. Sunday. For this afternoon, becoming cloudy with I-31. Snow tonight, becoming heavy at times, accumulating 4 to 8 inches with a low 22. Morning snow tomorrow, another 1 to 3 inches expected, cloudy with a total snowfall 6 to 10 inches, high 30. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm Ruth O'Brien.
From local sports to national newsmakers, this is the show everybody is talking about. Live from the Granite State, it's Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Good morning and welcome to the Mike and the Hoss Show, powered by the Yum Shop on the Pulse of New Hampshire. I'm Mike Dene, and alongside Charlie Hossack, we are Mike and the Hoss. Of course, J-Dog back in studio. Boys, the snow's coming. The snow is coming.
The snow, can we already say the snow came? And it's coming some more, but you're right. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit bigger storm this weekend. And,
and if you go long range forecast, it's we're getting a whole bunch of storms in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, which is and you know, we as teachers, we've got some vacation time coming up, and I'm looking forward to my vacation this year because I'm heading down to see a friend of the show. We're heading down to Charleston, South Carolina, and looking forward to meeting up with him and his beautiful bride, and we'll have some time together. So that's going to be a little bit warmer climate here than New Hampshire. But you know why I'm feeling hot today? I'm excited because not only is it Super Bowl weekend, we have an amazing Mike, and I know we're jumping ahead, trivia prize this week, sponsored by Loon Mountain. We have 2 free midweek lift tickets that are going to be on board with a skiing trivia question. So it's going to be exciting.
And that's one of the reasons I brought up the snow, because we are going down the road as far as Loon and giving away 2 tickets, 2 lift tickets. And if you've skied this year, you understand how expensive skiing is. So, and it's certainly a gettable question. A friend of our show, suggested the question, and he is more of a skiing aficionado than we are. But not only that, this is our traditional Super Bowl preview show. This is 6 years now, Charlie, that we've done. 6 years, 7 years, 7 years that we've done a Super Bowl preview show. Unfortunately, this is 6 years of the Patriots not being in the Super Bowl, but I enjoyed that one the best, I think, when the Patriots were in the Super Bowl. I thought we were gonna be doing shows about the Patriots for the next 7 years, but obviously that did not happen. We were going to do shows about the Chiefs for the next 7 years, which is what ended up happening. So we have dedicated a lot of our show to talking about the Super Bowl, some fun stuff, some storylines that are going on, mixing in the Hall of Fame vote, which happened at the NFL Honors. Did you catch Bill and his girlfriend at the NFL Honors?
I did. I saw Bill wore all of his rings. It was pretty awesome.
He wore all of his rings, and he got roasted a little bit, or at least his girlfriend got roasted a little bit, and by Snoop Dogg. But he's putting himself out there. He's, if it's cringy, and I think most people think that it's a little cringy. 72 years old with 24.
Yeah, it's cringy. Yeah.
But he's, and I don't know what to say. It's good for Bill, I guess. It's really hard to. I don't know. Well, let's not go there. But anyway, we've got a good show. We're going to talk about Super Bowl, and I'm looking forward to it. And we obviously have our biggest trivia prize that we've given away yet. So looking forward to that part. So let's get this thing started. Mike and the Hoss is powered by the Yum Shop, located in the heart of downtown Wolfboro, and can be found on the Pulse of New Hampshire radio stations and all over the world on the Pulse of New Hampshire app. You can always catch up and listen to our podcast on the app, Spreaker, and now on Audible. Obviously, we're on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Amazon Kindle. We're on a bunch of things. The Yum Shop has over 100 varieties of fresh baked goods, including 6 different types of bread and a full-service ice cream bar, and, of course, their most famous item, the gingerbread cookie. Make sure to visit the Yum Shop the next time you're in Wolfboro or online at yumyumshop.com. And while you're there, enter the discount code of Mike and the Hoss to receive 20% off the Gingy Box. You can join our conversation, 603-228-2080. That is 603-228-2080. And like we said at the bottom of the hour, our biggest trivia yet, our biggest trivia giveaway yet. So certainly looking forward to that. All right. You ready?
Just about. I just wanted to say one thing, a couple things that we can make it officially known that today's NFL pick is going to be for whoever is going to pay the tip. Mike, you have officially lost as far as our NFL picks this season. So, Mike, thank you. You will be buying J-Dog and myself lunch sometime in March. So, but what's on the line is who has to pay the tip.
I didn't think twisting the knife was on our agenda today, but I could see that it obviously is. So I'll remember that. I will remember that, Charlie. All right. Opening takes brought to you by the Back Bay Boathouse,
where you can enjoy delicious food and drinks right next to the lake. Don't forget to order their $5 Mike in the Hoss penalty box during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m.
So, obviously, this is the Super Bowl is tomorrow, and I'm not sure how many people know that the Super Bowl is tomorrow because there's been we talked about it last week, and it continued this week, a massive lack of interest in what's going on. Ticket prices are historically low, relative to inflation, and we talked about some reasons. Chiefs fatigue, I think, is a big one, and I could probably say that some Taylor Swift fatigue too. I think that whole storyline is tiring people. When you have tuned in to watch about the Super Bowl, what are you guys looking for? I mean, I don't even know what I'm looking for because you either get Mahomes Brady talk, Chiefs Patriots talk, Taylor Swift talk, or referee talk.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
I want to just one quick thing before I answer that question, and obviously, Dog. Interesting thing with the Super Bowl. I wonder. This is just a wonder, and I love your opinion on this. Is it because, and I know New Orleans has hosted the Super Bowl multiple times. Is it also a location? Like when I think about the Super Bowl, obviously I've never been, but if I want to go to the Super Bowl, I also think about the location. And I'm not anti-New Orleans by any means, but it's not on the top of my list of someplace I'd want to visit. I think there are other stadiums and other areas that I'd prefer to go to. Does that play into it at all, or is it just all about the game?
I think you're right that it does play into it, but I don't think New Orleans is I think when I think of Super Bowl, I think of New Orleans. Okay. That's Superdome. Some of the more classic ones have come out of New Orleans, and that dome's been around probably as long as many of the other ones. They've been playing Super Bowls in New Orleans for a long time.
Is this like the sixth one, Dog? You would know. Is this the sixth one?
I think it is if you count Tulane Stadium, which was
sure.
In the beginning of the Super Bowl era, which was outdoors and cold, not bitter cold, but cold enough where they're like, let's move into a new facility because domes were the thing in the 70s. So
yeah,
and when it was in Minnesota, I believe a couple years ago, that to me seemed like a down venue, or Detroit. That seemed like a down venue, but Los Angeles, Vegas,
Miami,
Arizona, Miami, New Orleans.
Yeah,
those are the big ones to me. And if those are Super Bowl cities for me.
Okay. All right. As far as for me, what is the storyline that I'm looking for? Actually, my eyes are all on Saquon Barkley. I love his story. I love, where he came from and the season that he's put up. And I would love to see him go out there and run for 125, 150 yards and become the MVP of the game. That would, for me, would be exciting. So that's who I'm looking at. It's not the Mahomes Brady thing. It's not the referees. It's the actual playing of the game. And can the Kansas City Chiefs stop Saquon Barkley?
I'm so tired of the Mahomes Brady thing, just like I'm sure a lot of people were tired of the Brady Montana thing or the Manning Montana thing. Yeah. It does run its course, and if you're a Kansas City fan, you're probably really into it. You're probably really into talking about the Mahomes Brady thing because it's your guy. Yeah. I was really hoping that we were going to go a few years without talking about the next guy, and it was pretty established that Brady was at the top of the heap, and he was going to stay there for a while. But that whole argument is really tiring because it's just different zones. Montana was one of my most favorite quarterbacks ever to watch.
Yeah,
but he also played in a significantly different time, and so how do you compare those numbers that Mahomes is putting up now to somebody like Montana?
Yeah, and then I'll make the argument with that is absolutely Joe Montana. Absolutely love Joe Montana. But you know who else I loved even more? Steve Young. Steve Young then came on the scene, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Joe Montana that actually can run. Like it was exciting. So yeah, there's always going to be that next person. But you're right. It's just let's kind of put that to put it to rest. We're not going to be able to. I mean, Brady's broadcasting the game, so it's not going to ever go to rest. At least not anytime soon.
Well, and that's another storyline. Plus, he's in like 4 ads for the game too, which it seems very Brady centric. Which I don't know. I don't think he's a very good announcer.
No,
he's it's somewhat hard to listen to some of the ways that he says things. And why he would be getting the Super Bowl, I know why he's getting it, because they're paying him $300 million and they need the name. But Greg Olsen, who was demoted when Brady came on board, is a significantly better announcer than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And he's going to be there. I think he's doing the sidelines or something like that.
I was going to say they'd be better off putting Brady as the sideline reporter. Go talk to the guys and stuff. I would like that a whole lot more than his color commentary.
Nobody put Brady in the corner.
How about the refs? It's been 2 weeks of are the refs fixing games for the Chiefs? Obviously not. Is there an inherent bias? Obviously not. But that's what the conspiracy theorists are thinking. Is that going to be put to rest this week, or is it just one bad call away?
Mike, we live in a world, and we talk about this all the time off air. We live in a world of conspiracy theories. I have mine, you have yours. We joke about it. Everybody wants a conspiracy theory, and you have to blame someone. So everybody now, we're blaming the refs. And you shared a clip with our good friend about Josh Allen, and they kind of AI'd it and stuff. And, even that was like, if the referees had given me the first down on that rush, things would be different. So there's always going to be a scapegoat, and there's always going to be the refs got it out for us, and Coach Reed is, in bed with the refs. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with referees. We talk about it all the time. You'll tweet it out all the time or post it on X all the time, Mike, about how the referees need to let the players play. So I'm hoping with all of the stuff that's going on around the referees that they actually just let the players play. And we're going to be fired up because we're going to be like, oh my gosh, that was holding or that was pass interference. Let them play and may the best team win.
Yeah. I disagree with you that it is, unfortunately, it is about the referees. It has been about the referees, that there's a critical call at some point in the game that is swayed it. And nobody knows better than that than any Buffalo fans. Because,
but you're jumping into the conspiracy theory right now. I mean,
no. A conspiracy theory is that if the referees were intentionally swaying to one team, but the referees are making calls that are changing the outlook of the game, or at least dictating the outlook of a game and the outcome of a game. It goes right or wrong, whether the good referees, just like an umpire. If an umpire makes a bad call.
So it goes back to kind of what I said. Then let's hope that the referees, that they're kind of given the information today for tomorrow's game. Hey, let them play. Unless it's an obvious call, don't throw your flag.
I think that refereeing in football should go back to the era of 2000 to 2005, where the quarterbacks were getting somewhat protected. There was the defensive backs were allowed to clutch a little bit to hold them up at the line. But it wasn't obscene. It wasn't, the guys weren't tackling guys at the line or anything like that. It was There was a balance. It's just the pendulum has swung way too far in protecting the players, and it's football. These guys sign up for a reason, and I want 2000 to 2005 is the level of refereeing I want.
All right.
Hey, before we go to break, I know we're a little over. Did you catch Cam Newton's comments this week about the question was asked, would you give up your MVP for a Super Bowl title? Right. And I would think that it's kind of a softball question that most professional athletes would say, of course I would. I want a title. It's nothing more important than a ring. He went completely the other direction. Yeah. Completely. And he said, I did my job. I got a award. I would not give up my MVP.
Yeah.
That's a guy that you want on your team. And I'm afraid that there's a few more guys out there like that. They're more interested.
That lousy Super Bowl performance he had in Super Bowl 50 shows him right.
Yeah, it does. All right. We'll be right back with some more Super Bowl talk.
No radio, no problem.
You can listen to the Pulse of New Hampshire anywhere. Just ask your smart device to play
The Pulse of NH.
Hi, this is Frank.
And this is Cheryl from Capital Craftsman and Romance Jewelers.
And we're here to talk diamonds.
There are so many options out there, and sometimes it helps to have some basic knowledge.
Absolutely. And whether it's natural, made by Mother Nature, lab grown, which contrary to popular belief, are not grown in a lab, they are made in a factory.
We know the idea of people in nice white coats watering diamonds in a neat little scientific lab sounds kind of cool, but it's just not the case.
Whatever you're in the market for when it comes to your choice of diamonds, Capital Craftsman and Romance Jewelers will guide you in the right direction. We offer loose and preset options of white gold, yellow gold, platinum, and silver.
If you're looking for engagement rings, earrings, necklaces, or bracelets, our options are virtually endless. And if we don't have them, we can make you a custom designed piece.
Capital Craftsman and Romance Jewelers, 16 North Main Street, downtown Concord. You can follow us on Facebook or visit us at capitalcraftsman.com.
We want to be your family jeweler.
If you've been having your McDonald's sausage McMuffin with an iced coffee from somewhere else, now's the right time to reconsider.
Wake up to a warm sausage McMuffin with egg for $2.50 and add your favorite any size iced coffee in caramel, black, or French vanilla for just $1.29 during breakfast hours only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Did you know that 1 in 4 people seeking treatment for ED are under 40? Hims can help. Get started at hims.com/joy. Through hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song.
Give me my biggest tax refund, please. You need accuracy guarantee.
Now get $100 just to try Jackson Hewitt. Does your tax person do that?
Say goodbye to that no guarantee tax guy.
Ready to sail through tax season? Go to Jackson Hewitt and you'll be... Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Every tractor and equipment. That's good. That's better. But FB's the best. The best, baby. Everything at FB is number one. The best service. Our first class key. Get this done. FB tractor and equipment. We're best be second to none. FB.
Coming up at noon, we talk tech with Kim Commando. In the meantime, we're back to Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Like in the hustle, on the airways blast. Talking New England sports, they got the facts. Coaches and teachers making it clear. Whoop, boom, boom, mornings filled with cheers.
So officially next week, our pop music will be making an appearance. Right, Charlie?
It'll be making an appearance. That was my bad, guys. I didn't get it to Dog. So I'll make sure he gets all of the music, and J-Dog will have a chance to listen to all of the clips and select the right ones. And I know, Mike, you're looking for
anything but country. Yes, anything but country is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Mike and the Hoss have got it going on.
There you go.
You know it. Yeah.
Hey, we're going to squeeze New Hampshire sports into more Super Bowl talk. So New Hampshire sports is brought to you by Bailey's Bubble.
Family owned and operated, Bailey's Bubble in downtown Wolfboro serves the finest ice cream in the state from May through October. If you can't make it to Wolfboro for ice cream, you can still order their hot fudge, panucci, and butterscotch sauces at baileysbubble.com. My favorite sauce is their homemade hot fudge. When placing your order, don't forget to tell them that Mike and the Hoss sent you. And Mike, I wanted to let you know, and Dog, I actually have a jar of panucci that I opened just the other day. It's delicious. I didn't realize how much I liked panucci, but it's pretty yummy. But their hot fudge is still number one.
It is. All right. Charlie, you wanted to talk about Hall of Fame. I think that's one of the better things that the NFL does is on Super Bowl week, they do the NFL honors their ceremony for the year, but they also announce their Hall of Famers.
Yes.
And then they bring them out in the field during the Super Bowl. It's that's a compliment that I have about the NFL and how they do Hall of Fame. Right. A critique that I have is how they pick their players to go in the Hall of Fame because nobody seems to know how it's done. So
it's under the cover of darkness.
Yes.
But I didn't want to take your thunder away. The NFL honored the MVP of the league, Mike. Who's the MVP of the NFL?
That would be Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, which I think is a fair pick. I mean, I think if you would have given it to him or Lamar Jackson, even Saquon Barkley, I think those are all. It comes into what an MVP is. Are they the most valuable player of the league, or is it their most valuable player of the team? And I think it ends up being a mix. That Buffalo made it to the AFC Championship game again on the back of Josh Allen.
Yeah,
and that I don't even think that team's a playoff team without Josh Allen.
Agreed, and I'm happy that Josh Allen got the MVP. He was my pick, so that's great for Josh Allen. Congratulations. All right, so the NFL 2025 Hall of Fame class. There were 4 players. You have Eric Allen. He played cornerback. You have Jared Allen. He was a defensive end. You have Antonio Gates, of course, the great tight end, and Sterling Sharp, who was a wide receiver. So there were four members that are now officially in the Professional Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. I am a little bit upset because the greatest NFL kicker of all time, Adam Vinatieri, got snubbed from the Hall of Fame. And let me make a case. Just let me make a case for 1 second. We know that he's a legend. I mean, he played for the Patriots and then he went on to play for the Colts. Here's some stats, and I won't give you all of them, but here, check this out. He's the all-time leading scorer in the NFL. Most career field goals made. This is in the NFL, guys. Most combined regular season and postseason games played. Most career field goal attempts. Most consecutive field goals. Most seasons with 100-plus points. Most made field goals in a single postseason. Most career overtime field goals. Oh, yeah. He also, his team, the Patriots, remember them? They won the AFC 6 times when he was there. They won 4 Super Bowls with him at the helm. We know about his, kicks that he made in the snow and everything that is amazing about Adam Vinatieri, and he is not in the Hall of Fame. Are you kidding me? I mean, when? Why not? I know it's first ballot. He should be in the Hall of Fame. He's the greatest of all time, period.
Yeah, and it comes back to what I was saying before. What's the rhyme or reason between? You're right, Carly. I think he is the greatest kicker of all time, and he also made the greatest kick of all time. I don't care if you're a Patriots fan or not a Patriots fan. That snowy Saturday night against the Los Angeles Raiders, and it was only 45 yards.
They were Oakland now.
Oakland at the time, okay. Yeah. And it was only 45 yards, but it was in 6 inches of snow. And the thing got about 8 feet off the ground, but still went over the bar. Yep. Easily, to the start of the Patriots dynasty was on the backs of that kick.
Yeah, and then that put him in OT, and then he won it. Then he won it in OT with a 27.
Right. He also won it, and he won it that year in the Super Bowl when he made a 48-yarder in the Super Bowl to win it right down the middle. Then he won another one in the Carolina Super Bowl. Yeah. I mean, the guy has big kick after big kick. Besides being efficient. And I don't think it's about Vinatieri. I think it's about how they picked the Super Bowl. How they picked the Hall of Famers. Yeah, I don't. There's no. You can't give me. Maybe J-Dog can, but I can't think of a reason why he wouldn't be in there.
Yeah, Dog, get any ideas?
I just think it was next year's class is really going to be stacked. I just think it's he's going to get in. It just won't be a first ballot thing. I don't think it's a crime against humanity. I really don't. It just. Quarterback like Eli Manning didn't get in, I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer because of his playoffs and he had a streak going where he was a Favre-esque streak where he basically, he didn't miss a game and then he got inconsistent and then he was out. But it'll happen. Probably not next year though, because you got like Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald. It's going to be tough. He's going to get in.
But I'm thinking like in the Hall of Fame, throw him in there. He's a kicker. Come on, just put him in. It's like he's not competing against another quarterback. I mean, they're two obviously different positions. And this guy, he's got every stinking record. Like I don't know. You toss him in there.
Kickers are not as sexy as quarterbacks or linebackers. You know what I mean? There aren't that many. How many punters are in the Hall of Fame, right?
Right.
Well, yeah, but I'm pretty sure punters aren't, making punts to win the game at the end of a Super Bowl. It's
I'll
not.
Ray Guy that. Yeah.
Well, I will. Is Vinatieri hands down the best kicker that has ever played in the NFL? Statistics wise, clutch wise, I think it's pretty obvious if you put together his whole record that he is hands down the best kicker at that position. And so it doesn't make sense for him not to be if it's a position in football, and the Hall of Fame is recognizing not just 21 positions, they're recognizing all 22 positions. Why wouldn't he go in if he's the best?
Right.
You put the best receiver in first ballot, you put the best quarterback in first ballot, you put the best left guard in first ballot. Why wouldn't you put the best kicker in first ballot?
Yeah, I agree. So, and I think Dog's right. He's going to get in. It's not that he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame. Of course, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. But it would have been nice for him. That being said, I don't think he's actually in the Patriots Hall of Fame yet either. But he will be in that as well. So it's crazy. It's just crazy to think. So congratulations to the 4 players that made it. Obviously, there's no argument that they shouldn't be in it. All I was saying was there should be a 5th, and that 5th should have been Adam Vinatieri.
I think he's in the Colts Hall of Fame, or he's going to be as well, because he played a long time for Indy as well. He won a ring there.
Yeah, he played 2006 to 2019 with the Colts. You're right. So, yeah, he did. Played a lot of football. So.
All right. Hey, do you guys? I know, Dog, you don't, but Charlie, do you do any of the prop bets come Super Bowl time?
I do vicariously through some of my family members, and then you as well. I ask you. So no, I haven't. But maybe this is the year that I might make a bet or two.
Well, I'm going to read through some of them, and you can take a look. We have some fun with this every year, the Super Bowl, because this is when they really come up. The national anthem length. Did you ever think that you could actually bet on the national anthem length? The over-under is 121 seconds.
Gosh. It's funny. I'd have to go back and see. Well, maybe I'll see it tonight at the hockey game when I play the national anthem. I don't even know how long it takes to sing the national anthem. So
I don't even know who's singing it. No. Will Taylor Swift be shown during the national anthem?
And that's a bet. That's a bet. Yeah.
That's an actual bet.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably.
Well, you would be getting paid 3.5 to 1 if you won that one.
Really?
That's pretty good. Here's one. The number of the first touchdown scorer. The over is 15.5. So you take under, then 1 through 15, you'd win. If you would take, and then over would be 16 through whatever, 99. Yeah.
Wow.
How about this one? This is the old fridge one. Will any 300-pound scorer score a touchdown? 300-pound lineman score a touchdown?
Or just
that happens in Super Bowls. Is that
player,
me or you?
Player, a 300-pound player.
Just a player. Yeah, 300 pounds. This one's always on there. What color liquid will be poured on the winning coach? There's all kinds of choices. Purple, yellow, green, blue, orange, red, pink, or clear water. Clear water has the best odds. That's 1,200. Paying 1,200 plus 1,200. That's a big number. Will any attempt at a field goal hit the upright or the crossbar? You can bet that. You can bet that.
Have you ever? Wait, can we go back to one for a minute? I think if I were a head coach in the NFL, I'd put into my contract that they could only pour clear liquid on me. But I've never seen just water poured on a winning coach before. It's always some type of colored Gatorade.
Yeah, but if this is the year, so you could win big. Will Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift after the game?
That's yuck.
What's the first Super Bowl commercial to appear? Which brand appears first?
Wow.
If you think about the regular ones, Doritos.
Yeah.
Apple's, usually gets one in there early.
Yeah. Bud Light. It has what? Bud Light, Pepsi, DraftKings. Ooh.
Bud Light. Yep. DraftKings. Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
The odds on the first celebrity cameo.
Jeez. Yeah. Good chance it'd probably be Taylor Swift, right?
Taylor Swift. Here are your choices: Taylor Swift, Peyton Manning, Kevin Hart, and The Rock. The Rock out of nowhere coming up. Apparently, The Rock's a big Eagles fan. That's what the word is. The Rock is a big Eagles fan, and that's why he's planning on being on the sideline. So I don't know how he's going to do that, but yeah, those are just a few of the crazy bets out there. There's tons. I don't understand who takes money on these to do it, but hey, to each their own. I don't know if I'm doing any.
Yeah, because they do that. They'll do the coin flip. They'll also do bets like, if the team that wins the coin flip, will they defer? They do all those as well. I remember seeing some of those.
I am definitely more of a traditionalist when it comes to this stuff. You bet on the winning team based on the spread, and that's that. And I have trouble. I was talking off air about the Mahomes rushing attempts bet. That's very popular out there. That the over-under is 3.5, and that in Super Bowls he averages 7, but in the regular season he averages much less. So,
well, he's gonna. I mean, that's a good bet to take, Mike, because it's the Super Bowl. He's going all out. He's going. I mean, you got all off season to recover from an injury. So he wants his team to win. So 3.5, he's got to rush for way more than that.
The one thing that's understated, and we're going to go to break here, but the one thing I think that has been understated this week is how good Philadelphia's defense is.
Yes.
And, a lot of the talk has been around Mahomes. It's been around Kelsey. It's been around Barkley and a little bit of Hurts. But Philadelphia's defense is legit. They've been legit all year long. And they have enough talent in the secondary and on that line to stop both the passing game and any kind of running game the Kansas City has. So I think that's going to be pretty interesting.
No, I agree. Interesting thing about Kansas City, I've been thinking about this, just looking at Travis Kelce's stats and the way he plays. And he's still, the only thing that excites me about Travis Kelce is that I like his girlfriend. I think Taylor Swift's great. Other than that, I don't put Kelce in the same, in the same conversation with Gronk, or Antonio Gates, who just went into the Hall of Fame. He just doesn't do it for me. He doesn't feel as reliable to me as some other tight ends have been in the past.
I don't know, Charlie. I think his stat lines in the playoffs is pretty incredible. 17 games, 130 catches, 18 touchdowns, something crazy like that.
I'm just saying this. I'm telling you what my feeling. I'm telling you my feeling.
I know. I think that. And as a Patriots fan, I understand the Gronk love, but the career that Kelsey's putting together, I think he's beginning to separate himself. You can make the argument he's more of an inside receiver, a slot receiver, than he is a tight end.
Sure,
but that's pretty much the only argument that you have.
Well, I got another one. You know what he doesn't do? He doesn't block. He can't block. And Gronk could go out there and block. Antonio Gates can block. Kittle can block. You look for in a tight end someone that can go out there and actually block and help your other teammates.
Watch on Mahomes a Mahomes run to the right side. You will see Kelce blocking.
Okay,
you will.
We'll
he does block. He does block.
The bet of this game is going to be that Mahomes runs more than 3.5 times, rushes more than 3.5 times.
Yeah,
so we'll see it.
All right. Let's take a break. We're going to be on when we come back. We're going to be giving away those lift tickets to Loon Mountain. So make sure you tune in. More Mike and the Hoss.
This is the Pulse of New Hampshire, 107.7 WTPL.
Hi, I'm Tom Connors. Went to Mark Patrick's hypnosis seminar February 6, 2019. Nothing worked before. Left there and never smoked again. Amazing. Easy, affordable, and guaranteed. A year later, with my wife Michelle, attended Mark Patrick's weight loss seminar. She lost 18 pounds and I lost 43 in 8 weeks.
It's true. He smoked 2 packs a day and nothing worked until Mark Patrick hypnosis. Now we're losing weight together, eating healthy, full on half the food, crazy, enjoying exercising. Who would have believed Mark Patrick hypnosis really works?
It's amazing. I can breathe again. My blood pressure went down and I've got so much energy.
So much energy.
And look great.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis Early Bird Special, only $49.99. Seminar Sunday, March 9th, the Centennial Hotel Concord. Weight loss seminar, 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar, 2 p.m. Or Monday, March 10th, Best Western Plus Landmark in Laconia. Weight loss seminar, 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar, 8 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
At Crossroads Chiropractic, we believe you deserve more than a guess. That's why we do a careful examination before we adjust. On your first visit, we'll take a history and strive to understand your concerns and determine the best course of care, which may include taking x-rays when they're necessary. That's one reason we've been voted Best Chiropractor year after year. Misalignments in the spine are called subluxations and can happen from slips, falls, car accidents, poor posture, and even the birth process. These shifts can cause secondary conditions like sciatica, neck pain, digestive problems, allergies, asthma, colic, low back pain, headaches, and more. Because subluxations can happen at any age, we adjust tiny newborns to seniors and everyone in between. Our mission is to create a healthier community through natural chiropractic care. Life really is better when you're well adjusted. Come experience it for yourself. This month, a complete examination with any necessary x-rays is just $59 with 4 locations in Pembroke, Meredith, Epping, and Bedford. Call us at 603-575-9080 or find us on the web at crossroadschiropractic.com.
You are cordially invited to Aviva Trattoria's newest location, now open in Bedford, New Hampshire. Aviva is Italian-inspired and locally made. Come and enjoy true beloved Italian classics with culinary flair, along with unique signature cocktails. Enjoy their delicious house-made bolognese, their amazing chicken parmigiana, their rich marsala and piccata, or their fried montanata pizza, all made with fresh local ingredients, prepped and made right there in their scratch kitchens. Along with a tantalizing menu, their spacious location also features a patio and fire pit and a private dining room, which is ideal for any type of event. Aviva is locally owned and operated, so stop by their Bedford location at 5 Colby Court, and coming soon to Nashua. Join Aviva Trattoria's loyalty program and follow Aviva on Facebook and Instagram to get the first glance at their exciting new menu items. You can also visit avivatrattoria.com.
Get in touch with the show anytime at thepulseofnh.com and on the free-to-download Pulse of NH app. Now, back to Mike and the Haas on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Mike on the mic, Haas playing boss, wolf for a door nights where the snow gets tossed, talking socks packed with a swagger of floss. Dedicated dads, coaches, no loss. The field to the ring, they know every blink. Teaching kids like the sports always insane.
Better than the country. Thank you, dog. Appreciate that. Hey, before we do trivia, we're not going to, because of the Super Bowl special, we're not going to have a lot of time to talk Celtics and Bruins. But you can catch the Bruins today, 3 p.m. on the Pulse of New Hampshire. It's a big Boston sports doubleheader. So 3 p.m. is the pregame. 3:30, they're going to drop the puck. That's against Vegas. And Bruce Cassidy coming back to town. And at 8 p.m. tonight, the Celtics are at the Knicks. So 8:30, I'm assuming, tip-off, and 8 o'clock pregame. So that's a Boston sports doubleheader. You probably can head down to Boston and get those Bruins tickets pretty cheap, too, if you don't want to listen on the radio, because the Bruins aren't doing very well. We will probably catch up with the Bruins more next week. But anyway, we got a big trivia question for you today. Charlie, what are we doing?
We do. You need to have the phone number 603-228-2080. That's 603-228-2080. Today's trivia, as we said earlier, is sponsored by Loon Mountain. You're going to get a chance to win 2 weekday lift tickets to Loon Mountain. Loon Mountain is New England's most accessible big mountain skiing and riding. It features 2,190-foot vertical drop and 73 trails across 3 peaks. Features exceptional terrain variety for the entire family, including a full progression of award-winning terrain park. So Loon Mountain, thank you very much for being a sponsor this week of Mike and the Haas Trivia. Here it is, everybody, for your 2 free weekday lift tickets. Who is the most successful female downhill ski racer in U.S. history? She recently came out of retirement to race for Team USA. Who is the most successful female downhill ski racer in U.S. history? She recently came out of retirement to race for Team USA. 603-228-2080. That's 603-228-2080 to win 2 free lift tickets to Loon Mountain. All right. Good luck. Oh, the phone is already ringing, Mike.
I know. I kind of expected that. We're going to have Dog do the poll question, but I think we're going to be talking to at least a potential winner for the tickets in a second here as Dog puts the information on. You got out skiing this year? Have you been out?
No, I haven't been out skiing. I've been out snowshoeing, though. We get to take the kiddos out snowshoeing at the school, so that's been fun. I can't afford, Mike. I can't afford to ski. So if I could have won these lift tickets, I definitely would have gone for that. So.
All right. As we said, Dog was on the phone with Tim from Durham, who thinks he has the answer for the trivia. Tim, what is the answer to our trivia question today?
All right, Mike and the Horse. Who is Lindsey Vonn?
Yeah, you got Lindsey Vonn. Tim, just we would have taken Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend as an answer as well. So we appreciate you listening. We appreciate you listening to the show, and you're gonna have to stay on the line with Dog. He's got some information, a lot of information he's got to give you, so you can redeem these lift tickets to Loon Mountain. So thanks again. Enjoy the skiing. It's going to be awesome, especially after we get another foot of snow over the weekend. So have fun and keep listening to the show.
Tomorrow morning. You have a good one.
Thanks,
all right,
Tim.
Take care, Tim. Thanks.
Awesome. That's great. We kind of figured that one was going to go pretty quick.
Yeah,
So well
that's a
done,
good-
Tim.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I just wanted there was one quick thing, and I know we had talked off air, but a little bit NBA news. There's something you wanted to talk about, but I wanted the one thing that we had up there, you had put up here, the NBA was discussing going to 10-minute quarters to shorten the game to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually came from the league commissioner, David Silver, Michael Silver something. I think it's David Silver. Anyway,
Silver.
They want to shorten the game. They want to get the game down to 2 hours, and we've seen that happen in other sports too, getting the game down to a more of a traditional condensed time. And one of the things that was on the table is shortening the game, shorten the quarters down to 10 minutes rather than the 12 minutes. So knocking 8 minutes off that game.
I have a suggestion. What if we just called the score 100 to 100 and played the final 5 minutes?
Well,
Just make it a 5-minute game.
You know, you're preaching to the choir right now, Charlie, because I think the easiest way to shorten an NBA game is to say you get one timeout in the last 10 minutes of the game. That's it.
Yeah.
Just you get one timeout and
use it wisely.
Yeah, and I think that's the way to shorten that game, because the game starts at 7. You're at the beginning of the fourth quarter at 8:30, and you're going to bed at 8:45. It's because the fourth quarter is traditionally so friggin' long, and a lot of it's because the fouling that happens at the end of the game and so on. Dropping 2 minutes off the quarter will make a difference, but it's going to subtract 8 minutes off the game. It's not going to subtract a substantial amount of time off the game. Whereas if you changed how that last quarter is being played, and take away the timeouts, the fouls, whatever, do something along that line, you could speed that game up. Okay. Hey, there was big NBA news this week. Luka Doncic, who we've talked about a lot on the show, got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis. And when the trade happened, people just there must be something else. And I know there's a 2029 first round pick in there, and there's a couple secondary players.
Right.
But even me as a every once in a while NBA fan was like, this doesn't make a lot of sense. You're trading a 25-year-old for a 32-year-old, and the 25-year-old is considered a top 5 player in the NBA at least.
Right.
Where Anthony Davis is 32 years old, and he's probably a top 15 player in the NBA, but he's 32 years old. So anyway, the story goes that the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks is getting death threats. And so they had to beef up security and treat the security at the Mavericks game like it's a Super Bowl because of these death threats that are coming into this general manager. And I'm thinking there's got to be something nefarious going on here if I think the trade doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And every NBA expert, every single one of them is saying this doesn't make any sense. There's something going on. Dog, you're a big NBA fan. Can you make reason for how you would trade Luka for Anthony Davis?
It became conditioning. Luka Doncic was essentially eating himself out of the NBA. It was good. They just felt if they wanted to give him a supermax contract, he had to be in shape. He is currently injured right now because he is not in shape. The Lakers feel, you know what? He's the next superstar that we can build around, and we can give him anything he wants, anything he needs. The Dallas Mavericks are trying to get a new arena too. They're trying to get gaming past gambling casino with the new arena. Right now in the state of Texas, you can't have a casino at the moment. The Adelsons, who own the Dallas Mavericks from Mark Cuban, are trying to finagle something going on. And I guess they didn't think Luka was the marquee guy to do it. Now, if this was Mark Cuban would have given him the Dirk Nowitzki treatment and have him never leave Dallas. Mm-hmm. But the Lakers have a new star because LeBron's not going to be there forever. And the Dallas Mavericks actually have a good front court now with Anthony Davis coming in. Now, I know Davis gets injured and he is 32, not oft injured, but there's that risk when you're 32 going on 33. He's had a lot of mileage in those NBA legs. I think the idea is, too, that the Mavericks are going to go shopping in the offseason as well to try to get other NBA stars for max deals, and Luka Doncic was not one of them in the end.
Well,
so you are saying that there's a legitimate basketball decision that they would trade Luka for Anthony Davis?
Davis is the short-term answer. He's not the long-term answer. So,
all right.
Yeah. The Lakers Luka's got to get in shape. You're right, dog. I mean, he's out of shape. He's injured. I mean, the Lakers, they got to perform some type of miracle with Luka to be able to get him to back to his form, his top 5.
He's never been, but he's also never been in shape. And he's been a top 5 player. Some guys are just Nikola Jokic in Denver.
Yeah.
You look at him, he's not in shape.
Maybe even say Shaq. Shaq in the day wasn't necessarily in shape. Yeah.
So some guys just play like that. And injuries, I get the injuries part, but he's also 25 years old. I understand the upheaval in Dallas because he was their guy. And somebody said, explain this to me like it's a baseball. And they went back to the Mookie Betts trade.
Right.
But the Mookie Betts trade, I saw that because David Price, you got lumped David Price's salary in there. You got rid of David Price in that. And so it was more of addition by subtraction. But it still turned out to be the worst trade ever because of how good Mookie is.
Agreed.
And I'm afraid that it's going to happen with Dallas. All right, we're way over. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with we're going to talk baseball.
News, information, and discussion. This is 107.7 WTPL.
Join Mark Patrick's seminars and stop smoking now without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back.
Totally changed my life.
It's amazing. I don't have any cravings. You want to quit, but have found it impossible? This is the thing for you. I have absolutely no craving. It's the darndest thing I have ever seen in my life.
It's not for entertainment. It's for results.
Do it. It works. Period.
You've tried everything else. You need to come and try this.
Early bird special, only $49.99 guaranteed. No irritability, no cravings. Because don't just cut down, but stop smoking once and for all. In addition, use hypnosis to lose all the weight and destroy unwanted cravings. Seminar Sunday, March 9th at the Centennial Hotel in Concord. Weight loss seminar, 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar, 2 p.m. Or Monday, March 10th at the Best Western Plus Landmark Inn, Laconia. Weight loss seminar, 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar, 8 p.m. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com. That's markpatrickseminars.com.
Yeah, we know you've been putting off that home project because prices are just through the roof. Well, you don't have to wait anymore because now is the time to act. Big Jim's Home Center Bargain Outlet in Concord is at it again, and they're happy to announce they'll be having a big sale. Some might say this sale will be huge, and it is. The sale runs right now through February 8th. All in-stock kitchen and bath cabinets will be 30% off. And if that wasn't enough, Big Jim's has marked down all other in-stock items at 15% off. This includes vinyl plank flooring, normally priced at $2.85 per square foot, now only $2.39 per square foot. There's 3¼ inch wide pre-finished hardwood maple flooring, formerly $5.29 per square foot, now only $4.49 per square foot. And if you need a window, white vinyl new construction windows are also 15% off at Big Jim's. How about a new door? Big Jim's has their own in-house door shop and can build both interior and exterior pre-hung doors, from single doors to double doors, as well as side light entry doors, all of which will be 15% off. Huge savings at Big Jim's, 287 South Main Street in Concord, and online at bigjimsnh.com. Sale ends February 8th.
Hi, this is Sean Toll with Davis Wealth Management. Think you can time the market? Think again. Market timing can be risky and unpredictable. At Davis Wealth Management, we focus on long-term growth and stability, helping you build wealth consistently over time. Don't gamble with your future. Invest wisely. Call us today at 603-715-2335. That's 715-2335. Let's invest in your future with confidence.
Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, LLC, BCM, a registered investment advisor.
If you've been having your McDonald's sausage McMuffin with an iced coffee from somewhere else, now's the right time to reconsider.
Wake up to a warm sausage McMuffin with egg for $2.50 and add your favorite any size iced coffee in caramel, black, or French vanilla for just $1.29 during breakfast hours only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
You're listening to the Granite State's own Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Mike and the Hoss, sports talk classics. In New England Magic, broadcast fantastic. Hillsboro crew where the echoes scream. Fathers, coaches, chasing the dream.
I'm writing out the notes here for our Super Bowl pick, which is going to be coming up, where we're picking the winner, and we have to have a score because there might be a tiebreaker in there. That's because we split for the championship weekend, so we're on even territory, sort of. But first, we had a poll question last week that dealt with the Pro Bowl, and this week we obviously have a Super Bowl poll question, Dog.
Yes, last week resoundingly on X and on Facebook. Do you are the Pro Bowl games, again, not just the Pro Bowl, the stuff that leads up to that, the Pro Bowl games a waste of time? Resoundingly, yes, 100% on both X at the Pulse of NH as well as on Facebook. Never had that happen before. It's unanimous. Nobody cares about the Pro Bowl.
Wow. 100%.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're not really surprised. The way that we talk about All-Star games and Pro Bowls and stuff like that on this show, I think anybody listening to the show knows how we feel. So,
I guess what I'm surprised is that the 100%, because you always got someone that's like, oh, I really like it, but nope, not this time.
Said no one ever. This week's poll question, guys. Super Bowl 59 tomorrow. Who you got? Chiefs, Eagles. That'll be on X as well as Instagram and on Facebook.
And that one obviously is time sensitive because the game is tomorrow night at 6:15 or so.
6:30 is kickoff. Yeah.
6:30 is kickoff.
Yep.
All right. Do you guys watch do you watch any of the pregame stuff? Do you watch the pregame that starts at 2:30 in the afternoon and they interview everybody from the quarterback to the equipment manager to the, person serving drinks?
I've got a question for you guys because I don't know the answer to this. So Mike, no. So I don't watch the starting that early. I mean, I'll probably turn it on around 5:30. But one of the network, what's on a network, but Tubi's broadcasting the game in 4K. What does that mean? What does 4K mean?
I don't know.
A dog.
I mean 4K is even more HD than now, if you think about it. Which is
I think it's one more than 3K, Charlie. I think it's one more than 3K. 3K was so yesterday. Now we're in 4K. So
I just don't. I'm excited. I want to watch it. So we downloaded the app for our TV. So I want to watch it in 4K to see, like, am I gonna feel like I'm there? That's what I'm kind of getting at. So
I don't think you're gonna notice a difference.
All right.
All right. We got to do these picks. All right, we're going to keep it simple. You are going to pick the winner and the score.
Okay.
And we'll get into the rules afterwards. Just pick the score. We'll decide how we're going to figure out who's closest on score afterwards based on how I do. Okay, so all right, Dog, you are definitely obviously the leader in the clubhouse. Who do you got and what's the score?
Kansas City 27-16.
Oh, wow, Dog. Kansas City, huh? Mike, I'm going to go with Eagles fly, 34-31.
Good score. That's a good score. Both of those are good scores. Kansas City, a little bit more of a blowout there. I've got the Eagles. I think the defense is going to show up. They seem to play a lot better at the end of the season. But I got the Eagles, and get this one, 30-14.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a game. I think Kansas City's tired. I think there's fatigue. There's also fatigue on their part.
They have their own fatigue.
When you won a bunch, there's less of that desire, and I think that's gonna come into play. A three-peat is a huge task. There's a reason why nobody's done it before. Right? There's a reason why it's been hard to do a repeat, let alone a three-peat. So I think the Kansas City fatigue is going to happen, not just for the fans, but I think the team itself is going to be fatigued. I think Andy Reid's going to get tired on the sidelines. Mahomes is going to be like, I've got this already. And the next thing you know, they're going to be up by 14. Eagles are going to be up by 14, and Kansas City's going to lay it down. And then there's going to be Saquon Barkley. He is just going to start running rampant over Kansas City, and they're not going to be able to stop him. That's
Barkley will be the MVP. I hope so. That being said, Mike, so if Philadelphia wins, which they're going to, that means Dog is going to pay for the tip. But what is the tiebreaker going to be between us once Philly wins?
The score.
The score.
The score.
Okay, but I would just got to figure that out because I'm sure you're going to try to finagle in a way that you win. So I just wanted I want our listeners.
I totally am. I'm not hiding that. I totally am. I'm not sharing what the rules are until I see how the game's going, and then I'll tweet out what the rules are, and then we'll go from there. So
all right, I like it. I like that. That's great.
We haven't decided where we're going yet either, though. For that lunch.
That's J Dog's decision. He's the champ. So.
Let's remember I'm a teacher, Dog, there. Okay, so let's not get too crazy.
Well, hey, you guys, are you guys doing any Super Bowl party or anything?
I'm not this year. I'm gonna hunker down. We're getting snow, so I'll probably be moving snow a lot tomorrow, and stuff like that. How about you?
No, I'm just going to be at home, and Dog's giving us the wave. Dog, you doing anything special?
I'm special.
All right.
All right.
Awesome.
Hey, have a great day. Super Bowl day tomorrow, guys. We will talk next week and see you for more Mike and the Hoss.